Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jimmy, the Midwest Shredder. Today I'm going to talk about wakeboarding, and I'm going to talk about how to get started in wakeboarding. So a lot of people want to try it out, but they don't know what steps to take. So some people don't have boats or know someone with a boat. Some people are a little scared of the water. For some people, they don't have the equipment to go wakeboarding, and some people just don't go because some of their friends don't want to go. The good thing about wakeboarding is that you don't need a boat to go wakeboarding. There are plenty of cable parks across the country and around the world that you can go to. So that eliminates the need for a boat. Now, if you're a little scared of the water, that's okay. Plenty of people are. I know that was one of the things that intimidated me when I started, but you don't have to worry about that. When you're at a cable park, you're gonna be wearing a Coast Guard approved life vest. Myself, I'm a horrible swimmer, and my brother Luis, he doesn't even know how to swim, but he's perfectly fine. So don't worry about that. Don't let that stop you. If you don't have the equipment to go wakeboarding, no worries. You don't need it. As a beginner, the cable park, they're gonna have the life vest, the helmet that you need, and the wakeboard and the bindings that you need. So don't let that stop you. And if your friends can't make it out, also don't let that stop you, because life's too short, man. You got to get out there and you got to try things, and just go for it. All right, so you finally decided to go wakeboarding. Good job with that. The very first thing that you want to do is you want to get out, just do a Google search and put local cable wake park near me, and you're gonna get some options. Maybe pick the one that's closest to you or the one that you find most interesting, and get on their website. After you do that, there are 3 important things that you need to do. So the very first one is to sign the waiver. So you want to do that at home and not at the park, because if you do it at the park, you're going to be wasting valuable time doing that instead of learning how to wakeboard. So do it ahead of time.
Okay, when you go to your cable park's website, they should have an area where you sign your waiver and where you book sessions. So this is West Rock Wake Park's website. At the top right here, you click on sign your waiver. There's a short video that you have to watch. It's like a safety video. When you're done with that, just click already watch the video. And then this brings you to the waiver. So go ahead and read that, select who you are, agree to that, put in your information, and then you sign the electronic signature consent. And it's that simple. Once you agree, you're all done.
Number 2, you want to sign up for a beginner class. So like the local wake park where I go, what they do is they do online reservations and you sign up that way. But if your cable park doesn't do that, then just give them a call and tell them that you want to sign up. And you want to do that fast because spots go really quick.
Okay, so to book a session, you go back to the main screen and you go to book now. This will bring you to a menu where you can pick the type of session that you want to book. So if you're a beginner, for West Rock, they have something that's called a Never Ever class, and this is for beginners only, and that's the class that you want to choose. When you do that, you select the date that you want to book, and then you go ahead and sign up for the class.
The third thing that you want to do is the most important one, and that's just to get your butt to the cable park. Do not get scared, do not get intimidated, just go for it. All right, so when you get to the cable wake park, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the front desk, you're gonna get checked in, and they're gonna take you to get your equipment, your wakeboard, your life vest, and your helmet, and then they'll take you to your instructor. So you're gonna get started with something that's called a 2.0 cable, and pretty much it's a cable that pulls you back and forth. The instructor is gonna teach you how to get out of the water, they're gonna teach you body position, and they're gonna teach you the fundamentals of wakeboarding. It's very important to know the fundamentals before you go to the full-size cable park.
You gotta even your weight out on the board. Okay. So work on that, and then here we go.
Oh, looks the same. Do it.
Looks the same to outside side. Good. Perfect.
Good job, Ashley.
Thanks, man.
So just remember, the first time that you fall in the water, you might panic just a tiny bit, but then things are gonna get calm. You're gonna realize that you have the life vest on and you're gonna be okay. So don't worry about that, that's perfectly normal. All right, so you mastered the 2.0 cable, so what's next for you? So that question is a little hard to answer because each cable park may teach a little bit differently, and you also have different skill levels going into it. So some people may snowboard in the winter, or they might skateboard, and then you might have a wakeboarder that's completely new to any kind of board sport. I'm gonna base this off of somebody that's completely new to any board sport. You have to remember, at the 2.0 cable, you're going back and forth, and that's how they're teaching you. At the full-size cable, that cable is going to be running faster, and you're going to be rounding corners, so you're going to be doing laps, and you have features that are floating in the water. So you may have little jumps or big jumps floating in the water, or you might have rails and boxes. As a beginner, you don't have to hit them. You can go right through the center where there's no features. But if you don't have any kind of board control, you might take the corner too wide and it might put you in a bad situation. You also have to remember that there's going to be people falling in those corners and people trying tricks, and they may be falling in the water. And if you don't have good board control, you can put yourself at risk or somebody else at risk. So I'm not trying to scare you, because it's not very scary at all. For the most part, things go well, but you just don't want to get yourself in that situation.
All right, so here's a little preview of the full-size cable. And so you get pulled in by this cable, you leave the dock, and as you can see, there's features on both sides that you can hit. And I'll kind of show you a little bit of all the features that are in the water. And they're just floating on the sides. You do not have to hit them if you don't want to. You can just carve the water and enjoy it. So the important thing is just to get around those red buoys that are in the water and just stay nice and relaxed and just enjoy it. That pipe is one of my favorite features. Tons of fun and very beginner friendly. We go around another buoy there. And that's the great thing about West Rock Wake Park. There's tons of features that you can hit, and it's super fun. It's one after the other. But like I said, if you want to just carve the water, go ahead and do that, and you're going to have a blast. So that rainbow on the right side there, super beginner friendly and tons of fun. And then we're going to round the last corner over here, which is the hardest turn out of all the corners. And then we're back to the beginning where we started.
The very first time that I went wakeboarding, I do remember that I went from the 2.0 cable to a full-size cable. And I remember having a lot of fun, but I remember taking a lot of unnecessary spills. I also remember getting that handle just yanked out of my hand. I also remember just taking turns just too wide or not wide enough. And so there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know that I wish I would have known before I made it to the full-size cable. So my suggestion to you, somebody that's completely new to wakeboarding, is to, master the 2.0 and take that as a win. After you're done with that, go check out the guys on the full-size cable. Look at what they're doing, how they're taking turns, how they're sliding off the dock, and kind of observe. After you do that, go home, celebrate the win, that you learned something new, and that you're gonna keep coming out to the wake park. And I would suggest to you as a new rider to watch a video that's called How to Round Cable Park Corners. So West Rock Wake Park made this video to eliminate a lot of the frustration that a lot of new riders face. So when you're rounding, as a new rider, if you go to the full-size cable and you keep falling in the corners, or that cable, that handle keeps getting yanked out from your hand, you're gonna get frustrated over time, and it's not gonna make it fun. So if you watch this video at home, you're gonna be ahead of the game for the next time that you go to the cable park. I'm gonna link that video in the description so you can check it out. Yesterday, we actually had one of our good friends learn how to wakeboard. And so he started in the 2.0, he mastered that, and then went to the full-size cable. And I did ask him how it was going. He said, yeah, I'm having trouble with some of the corners. So eliminate that, get a head start before you get to that wake park. Just remember, if you understand corners and how to round those corners, when you're riding, it's going to save you a lot of energy, and it's going to keep you safer at the cable park. All right, so after you watch that video, go back to your Cable Wake Park's website and sign up for a slow ride. So these cable parks, what they do is they have certain hours where they run the full-size cable a little slower. And that's key, because it helps you put what you learned from the video into use, and it also gets you really familiar with the full-size cable. At the cable park that I go, you see all kinds of people. You see kids, you see parents, you see grandparents, and you see everyone. And in the beginning, you might say, hey, I don't want to hit any features, but trust me, with time, you're gonna start hitting features. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped you out, and please share it with others who may need to watch it. If you have any comments or any questions for me, please leave them down below. Thank you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.